Hello, property nomads. Hope you're well. So, more doom and gloom for petrol and diesel drivers here in the UK. And we've got an article here. We'll go and share it in a minute. So, it's through the Daily Express through MSM. And they're warning that petrol and diesel drivers face £250 increase of costs at pumps due to a fuel duty collapse thanks to electric vehicles. So yes, I like the way that's worded, probably just like you like the way that's worded as well. But the point they're making is a very legitimate one in terms of with everything happening with electric vehicles and the way that's progressing and the fact there's going to be more EVs on the road, whether we like it or not, in the UK, because again, all this net zero stuff that's making, I'm pretty sure it's making people poorer, but that's not what this video is about. But what will happen to the fuel subsidy that's been in place for such a while? So since 2011, the fuel duty has been frozen. So basically, this is a 5 pence per litre cut. Well, that's actually 2022, my apologies. But a fuel duty basically has been frozen since 2011. And what's going to happen is that because more people are switching over to electric vehicles, the income base for fuel duty is going to go down, and as a result of that, it doesn't make any economical sense for the government at all to continue with it. So what they're thinking of doing is letting the fuel duty freeze and the 5 pence per litre cut from 2022. What they're looking to do is to let that expire, and then again, it's like a coil spring, doing, 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 doing. You let everything expire, and then voila, it all shoots up. And again, if you're driving a petrol and diesel vehicle, and that's going to hit you at the pumps as well. Now, that's not going to be the only reason. Things that we've, discussed about, ad nauseum, energy policy, whether that's exporting energy, importing energy, or all of the above. It's a chaotic with all these things that are going on, and it's going to lead to a point where I think they're sending us down a route where it's going to be that untenable to have a petrol or diesel vehicle that they're going to get what they want anyway, and that's a sad state of affairs if that were to happen. But it looks like that's the route we're going down. Well, let's share this article anyway, and it is, as I said, it's from msn.com via Daily Express. So people are predicting, more electric vehicles on the road, etc., etc. It's already got, at the end of February 2024, 1 million registered EVs. Starting in 2035, 100% of all new cars and vans sold in the UK will have to be electric. Again, the government pushed that back from 2030, probably because they realised that it weren't going to happen by 2030. To be fair, it's probably not going to happen by 2035 either, purely because all the mining that's needed, all of the things that you need to do to generate the materials and the minerals to then produce electric vehicles, that they either don't exist, or the way to get to them so environmentally damaging that we're actually going to be doing more damage to the environment than good. But again, people don't like to report on that because it defeats the narrative if you start doing that. So the fact that we can say 2035 and it sounds all okay. I mean, it's really not. That's probably not going to happen either, and that's just basic economics. But going back to the point of the article, the 5 pence per litre fuel cut began in 2022. It will end actually by the time this video comes out. So that will have ended. The fuel duty freeze has remained active since 2011. And again, if they let that spiral and they let that go, then basically what they're saying here is most motorists will be driving electric vehicles. The fuel duty tax base will collapse completely. So then what do you do to, offset that? Do you then get rid of the tax, or do you increase the tax? If you increase the tax, then that means that the price that you're paying at the pump, where you're paying at the pump, that's going to, exacerbate And again, I think it's all being done because they're trying to angle everyone towards electric vehicles. If it gets to the point where, it's, I don't know, £2.50 a litre, hypothetically, then again, for people that are running businesses, for people that are running operations, what happens there? If you're self-employed, does that mean your business becomes untenable? If you're running for any business that needs, petrol, diesel, etc., what happens then? Your chances are, if your overheads are increasing, what way do you combat that? You're going to pass it over to your, I was going to say subscribers, and that's not the right word. You're going to pass it over to your customers, and if you pass it over to your customers, that's going to be higher prices, and then again that starts spiraling out of control. So it's almost like a death knell. I wish I could put that in a much more politer way, but I can't. It's like a death knell, and in this case, it's going to be a death knell for motorists. But because of the way that we're being forced, or the route we're being forced down, it's going to have a catastrophic effect on, but not just people driving petrol and diesels, but also everyone else, because increasing prices, pass it on to customer, and you just get into, that spiral, and it's not very healthy whatsoever. But let's see. That's probably a let's see what happens thing. Again, the simple argument I have for it is electric vehicles are probably not really the way forward, in terms of they're so environmentally damaging to produce. But it seems like people don't like to report on that, because that goes against the narrative. No bueno. We're here to try and report the truth as best as we can and fight back on the mainstream media. Apologies for the light in this video. I think it became crystal cloudy when I was recording, so apologies if I look like the Grim Reaper at the back end of this video. But if you could do us a small favour, that would be great. Please subscribe and like the Property Nomads YouTube channel. The channel's growing nicely. That's really good to see. We're going to be providing even more practical information moving forwards, plan Bs, metals, all that sort of stuff. So do look out for that. Tell as many people as you can about the channel as well. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.